Good afternoon, gastronauts from sunny Barcelona. Today I'm going to do something I don't normally do. There's going to be another food vlog, but today I'm going to try a vegan restaurant. I bet you haven't seen me in one of those before. Now, most of the bars and restaurants here, it's amazing really, have the most extensive terraces or outdoor areas. I suppose the weather's more suited to that sort of thing. Surely there's a point where it gets a little bit too hot and people will have to go indoors, or maybe they'll just put up with it. I mean, I have even noticed in cool days in Spain, particularly in Galicia, a reluctance for people to eat inside, and occasionally I was actually the only one inside. I keep harping on about Spanish food being so wonderful. I think it's time for me to see whether those of my viewers and friends who are vegetarian or vegan can get the same quality of meal. I reckon that is eminently possible. So let's go ahead and see what we can get without meat, without fish and without dairy. So the restaurant I found for today's vlog is called Chez Kessler. It's 100% vegan, and sure, this is unusual for me, but I looked at the menu and I thought, well, this is going to be a bit more creative than your usual tofu and soya creations, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see what they have to offer. Of course, some people are under the mistaken impression that vegan and vegetarian places don't have a full collection of alcohol, but that's not true. This place you can drink, and I think 90% of alcoholic beverages are suitable for vegans anyway. And as always, a QR code on the table to scan to get the menu. And just for anybody not familiar with how these menus work, I'll briefly show you. So, find your QR code reader, move the camera over the QR code, and Bob's your uncle, you get a link and you get a menu. So I'm afraid that the menu is in Spanish, but I can translate most of it for you. And of course we have the tapas section, you know what those are. Moneditos veganos, these are sort of like open bread sandwiches with a topping on them, a bit like a pincho, and of course we have special plates. Now, I've seen something that I really want to try here, the mango and avocado tartare here, the Explosion Exotica, with red onion, I'm not sure what alcaparras are, and mustard sorbet. And I'm going to try the potato and onion tortilla as a little starter, a vegan tortilla. And to keep the meal healthy, we're having water again, but I like water, I'm happy to get flavour from the food. Well, that was interesting. The waitress came to tell me that they didn't have any Spanish omelette, the vegan Spanish omelette. So I'll order something else. She said, oh, we've got gambas a la here. I thought prawns and garlic. Well, I like those, but you know, this is a blog about vegan food, so, and it was a shock that it was being offered. But apparently they are vegan prawns, so let's give those a try. So, the first of the dishes has arrived. It is the montadito, the open sandwich with blue cheese, nuts, peppers and a little bit of salad. And when they said peppers, it actually is peppercorns. Well, bring it on. I just can't wait for the next plate to come. Now, something really unusual, something that I have to get my head round: vegan gambas al ajillo, vegan shrimps and garlic. So here we are. Now, what are these going to taste like? Well, only one way to find out. So they look like the same shape as shrimps, and they come in the usual hot garlicky oil. So let's try it. Here goes. It's pretty good. I'd say about 70% of what a normal shrimp would be. It has some seafoody flavour, which is incredible. For how they do that, I have no idea. And the garlic and the aioli, also very nice. And it has a similar texture to a shrimp, not quite as firm. That really is incredibly good. For you just would not expect that. Okay, if you gave me a choice of the real thing or this, I admit I'd take the real thing, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this nevertheless. If you are vegetarian or vegan and want to try that sort of dish, well, this is for you. And a nice big chunk of garlic, if you can see that. I mean, it's even got the same sort of colouring as a prawn. Okay, with the cheese, that was so close to the real thing, I wouldn't necessarily be able to tell the difference easily in a blind tasting. This I could, but it is good still. So the last of my dishes has arrived, and this is the mango and avocado tartare with a mustard sorbet. And I found out what alcaparras are. They are pickles. They're like pickles. So without further ado, let's pan down for you. And one has to say, it is beautifully presented, isn't it? Okay, well, let's see how this combination works. I have had tuna tartares with some mango before, and with avocado, but I don't think I've had them together at the same time. A nice combination, that is. Another close-up for you. I think the secret of this, apart from the quality of the ingredients obviously, is the state of ripeness of the mango. It's not too ripe and it's not ridiculously sweet, and it's pretty firm, so that makes a big difference. Oh, and the mustard sorbet, wowzers. That is something else. This is actually quite a new trend, savoury ice creams, but it has a little bit of sweetness to it. It's a really good combination, this is. I've no idea who thought this up, but well done whoever did. And again, it's another light, fresh, summery dish. Can't beat it on a Sunday afternoon. So let's hope the coffee is as good as everything else, because it wouldn't be a mutton vlog without a coffee report now, would it? And just look at that, boys and girls. That is exactly the way Mutton likes it, a rich, dark roast. Let's see, well, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if it tastes as good. This is, by the way, a double espresso for those wondering about the quantity in the cup. Rich, dark, bitter roast. Perfect. So, there we are. Ladies, gentlemen, gastronauts. I am taken aback by that. That was a very, very tasty meal, without a hint of meat, or seafood, or dairy, or, for that matter, tofu and soya, which seems to be an obsession with vegan cuisine. I'm not vegan. I believe the majority of the customers that they get here are not either, but it was a really good meal, and it confirms my suspicion that in Spain, and I'm sure in a lot of other places, you can eat well whatever your dietary preferences are. So I can thoroughly recommend this restaurant if you're in the Barcelona area. Please remember, as usual, to like, share and subscribe. It always helps me. And I'm going to see you on the next one. One taken aback mutton. And don't forget, You can't beat a bit of mutton.